Well, tonight we're doing a town hall on race and justice in Portland. That's at 5 o'clock this evening. And one of the participants is the organization Word is Bond. Now, the mission of Word is Bond is to rewrite the narrative between black men and law enforcement. And they accomplish this through leadership development, critical dialogue, and education. Now, Word is Bond is helping to organize and will sit on the panel in tonight's virtual town hall on race and justice in Portland here on KOIN 6. It will be in place of our 5 p.m. news. Now, Lakiana Drury is the organization's founding executive director. He joined us live on Zoom this morning to talk about the mission of Word is Bond. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Body. How are you?
I'm doing well. Talk about Word is Bond and what you're doing to try to deal with the ongoing issues between young black men and law enforcement.
Yeah, so our organization was started in the summer of 2017 with this idea of being action-oriented and building bridges between the two communities and doing that from an unapologetically black perspective, because we feel at the heart of the issue, as we've seen with the George Floyd case and countless others throughout the nation, that the problem and source is with young black men. And how do we empower them to not be victims or be statistics, but actually be the change agents in this issue? And so we have a 6-week leadership program that's going to be starting up for the 4th time this summer called Rising Leaders, which is an intensive 6-week leadership program which posits the black men as both storytellers and social archivists to really bring out and document the stories of themselves, of their communities, and provide counter narratives to the mainstream narratives that paint young black men as either thugs, as we've heard from various people, including our president, and as victims of the problem.
Is law enforcement involved in this process?
Law enforcement is involved. Really proud to say that we have our largest cohort of officers involved: the Portland Police Bureau, Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, Lake Oswego Police Department, Washington County Sheriff's Office, Oregon City Police Department, and Hillsborough Police Department. And I will say that most of those agencies joined on pre the death of George Floyd, but they really recognize that now that there is no other way around this issue but to engage in the community. And at Word is Bond, we take it at 2 levels, both an interpersonal training level, which is where we work at, but then also at the policy level changes, which is another platform that we also use at. And our motto in that is to put young black men at more of the tables around Portland and around this country where those decisions are being made.
Do any of the young black men that you're dealing with, have they ever had any instances where there was a negative interaction with police, and how does that affect the training that you give them?
It's imperative. I received a FaceTime call just last night of one of our young men who's visiting family in Ohio, who was racially profiled at a shooting and was detained by police for over an hour. So we are dealing with this in live time, and we're dealing with it from the beginning. So we have a mix of young men, and it's a continuing, ongoing thing, with law enforcement.
Just briefly, what do you want people to take away from the town hall that we're doing this evening at 5 o'clock on KOIN 6?
I want them to take away action items that they can specifically work on. How, people continue to ask, we see the protests, we see people in the streets, how do we help? How do we support? And so we want to be able to lay out strategic action steps that they can take on policy action, who they can talk to make those policies happen, how they can get involved in their community, and hear the narratives from the source of the people, which is going to be black people. And there's just a tremendous panel of folks tonight. So I'm really excited about it. And thank you in KOIN 6 for helping organize this.
Well, thank you, Lakiana, for joining us this morning, and we look forward to talking with you again tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Body. Good to see you.
Again, we are hosting a virtual town hall in place of our 5 p.m. news. We'd like to hear from you, so make sure to submit your questions right now on KOIN.com. Race and Justice in Portland, a KOIN 6 town hall, starts at 5 o'clock here on KOIN 6 News. We'll be right back after this short break, so stay here.